we'd like to introduce our first guest of the series, Mr. Blind Whitey Somers here on my left. So I'd be there right on TV or something, I don't know.
Quite possibly.
Something like that. Happening to a three-piece band, and he's done a lot of work on his own. We'd just like to talk to him for a little while. How's it going?
How you doing?
What's happening? Busy, I hear.
Yeah, keep them working all the time.
Right on.
Working all summer.
Well, that's great. If you haven't heard out there, their Blind Whitey Somers band is opening up for Frozen Ghost. I do believe that's a tomorrow date, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
What time are you
Gates
going?
open at 6, and we're on at 7.
Great.
Frozen Ghost is on, I think, at 8:30.
Right on. That's excellent.
Should be a good time.
Yeah, it should be. We'll have to check it out. It's, don't miss it out there.
Are you ready for this? It's called Hold Those Glories.
I'd like to ask you about your playing and writing. How long you've been doing it?
It's probably about 15, 16 years.
Right on. Yeah. Well, that's great. That's great. And
been at it, traveling and learning different styles of music and
straight
playing.
across Canada?
Well, yeah, basically from here west.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. And you have any advice for those young aspiring musicians out there?
Don't give up your day job. No, yeah, go ahead, give it up. But, yeah, you just got to keep at it. You know, you have to have perseverance, or you get nowhere.
Back to your host, John Eaton, and chat with the experts on 95.1 The Peak FM.
And joining us in the studio is Whitey Somers, musician, singer, songwriter extraordinaire, and a guy that you just reminded me. By the way, welcome to the show, Whitey.
Thanks, John. Happy to be here.
Whitey brought in a newspaper from the Peterborough area from back in 1992, which was the time I first met Whitey. Was back in the Great Canadian Rock and Roll Weekend, and at the time you were going by the name Blind Whitey Somers.
That's true.
And I could clearly see that you were fully visual.
Yes, that's true. I was socially blind at the time. Yes.
I said, "Why are you blind?" Whitey said, "I'm socially blind." Let's get on with that.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, I wind up here in this wonderful community, and you had just beaten me by, I guess, about a month or two.
Yeah, not that long, actually. I guess, well, I've been here about 15 years now, and 15, 16 years. But, yeah, we've seemed to have ended up in a couple of the same places, and by coincidence or fate or whatever have you. Yeah.
And so you started your music career back in Fenelon Falls area?
Well, actually, I started well before that. I started in Willowdale, actually, when I was a young guy.
Okay.
And then went from there and traveled around and just, I've been playing music ever since, really, professionally since I was 16. And I've traveled all over the country with it and, played around the world a few places.
Some of the notable bands?
That I've been with? I was with one of the bigger ones was Sleight of Hand, which was a great band with Dave Bigham from the Ugly Ducklings. I've been in Blind Whitey Somers band. I was in Funkin' Wailers locally. That was a good one. Strange Potatoes, of course, John. You know that band well, I'm sure.
Indeed.
Sensitive Rebels. There's been many bands in the area as well that I've worked with and had lots of fun. But yeah.
When did you make the decision that you were going to be a musician, or was that there was no decision to make? That's all you were going to do.
I don't think there was a decision. I think it was predestined for some reason because I got my first guitar when I was 11, and I got I was already playing piano a little bit back then, and when my first drum kit when I was 6 or something, and I immediately gave the drum kit to my older brother because that was just far too many things to do at the same time. But yeah, I've since gone on to loving the strings, but it's been a long time. It's been my life forever.
And you've been writing songs probably as long as you've been playing guitar.
Indeed, I think the first song I wrote when I was about 15 maybe, 14, 15, somewhere in there.
And you've been continuing ever since. Certainly in this area you're very well known, and you're also now headed out west.
That's true, moving to Vancouver Island this fall. And it's just a new chapter, a bit of an adventure. My brother, Scary Harry Somers, is already out there and working and playing lots.
And you partnered with him for many years.
We've worked together over the years in lots of different projects. We were in Empty Flask together for a short time, and we've been in the Funkin' Wailers together and Scary White Bones. And he's been my bass player for years and as well. So I'm looking forward to working with him again, and new horizons. It's something different, something new, and this chapter in And Collingwood has been phenomenal. I've met some amazing musicians. I mean, the pool here is deep.
Well, so tell me something about your band. Like how long you've been together?
The band's been together just over a year and a half as this unit. My brother, Scary Harry's been with me. He's the bass player. He's been with me for about 3 years now.
The Northwood Inn in Halliburton. It's actually called the Northwood Inn. And an ironic thing, and I think I told you this before, was Whitey and I played there in the 80s.
Yeah. Great.
And our drummer, Stix Burke, used to go to SSFC. He's a grad. And he's a wailing animal.
Yeah, right on.
Great drummer, great rhythm section.
Kind of says it all. This is called Socially Blind. The other day I walked on down the street. I saw the lady that I really thought I liked really well. I gave her best of luck. She looked me up and told me where to go. So now I'm socially minded. I'm socially minded. I got a time, but I have to say what's on my mind. 'Cause I've been adjusted. No, I've been abused. Socially adjusted, and it's been so gone. I've been brought down, made to cry, and my heart been busted. I don't know why. I'm socially minded, socially minded. I'm not a time, but I have to say what's on my mind. People ask me why I call myself blind. I turn to them and say it's always been defined. You know I'm socially minded, I'm socially blind. I got a time, but I gotta say what's on my mind. 'Cause I've been adjusted, no, I've been abused. Socially adjusted, and it's been so gone. I've been brought down, been made to cry. I've had my heart been busted, I still don't know why.